Have you fallen down the ChatGPT rabbit hole? I have. And I have used it for a bunch of things that I want to share with you because if you're not using it for these things, you may want to because it's fun. Okay, everybody knows you can use it to write letters and to draft emails, and work on your resume and do all that kind of stuff. Everybody knows about that. So I'm not going to go there, although I use it for that too. You can use it to redecorate your house. You can go room by room, take a picture of the rooms that you feel aren't quite hitting, and you can say, hey, what would make this room feel warmer or more inviting or more chic? Whatever the mood is that you're going for, and it'll tell you. And it never just gives you an answer. It always says, you can do this, this, and this is why. It always explains it. It always tells you why it's making the suggestions that it's making. It'll tell you what's working in the room, what isn't working in the room. It'll always tell you to tidy up. And it'll always ask you if you want links to purchase the things that it's suggesting. And so I did that with my whole condo. I went room by room, and I didn't do a major redecoration. I just did little tweaks. And then I did the same thing with my makeup. And before I did it with my makeup, though, I asked it what color season I was, because I was always curious about that. I wanted to confirm what I thought. And it picked a completely different color. This guy won't be without me. I always thought I was a winter. I thought I had cool undertones. It turns out according to ChatGPT anyway, I'm a soft autumn, which is a completely different palette. I was going for bright jewel tones, stark whites, blacks, and my makeup, like the berry tones and things like that I went for, and the red lips, I never felt quite like myself. I didn't feel like it was right there. You know, I always struggled with the makeup. So after it determined what palette I should be, we went through my makeup and I decluttered all the things that were the wrong color for me. And then it gave me a shopping list of what I could buy to replace those things that would work better. And I've used those things the last couple of days. I've got most of it in now. I've ordered some, and my makeup has never been easier. And it's soft, and I feel pretty. And I don't know if I look that way, but I feel good. So it was a lot of fun with the makeup, and it really picked some good colors for me, colors that I wouldn't have chosen for myself because I thought I was a winter. Turns out I'm an autumn, and it's like a whole new box of crayons that I'm coloring with. So then, you know, it's a rabbit hole, so you got to keep going. So then I started going through my clothes. All my clothes were wrong. And the things that I reached for over and over again were the right color. And the things that I could never get to look quite right, they were the wrong color. And I don't know if ChatGPT is right. It's a machine. But the funny thing is that the colors that it told me were my best colors were my favorite colors. And they were the colors that I always feel the prettiest in. And so my gut knew what was working, but I just didn't know why the other things weren't working. So I've done a major redecorating of my house, decluttering of my makeup, decluttering of my clothes, and I've also been using it to do simple things that are tedious. Things like putting all the links in my descriptions for my YouTube videos. I can show it a screenshot of a video and say need a scroll stopping title and a description, and it'll give me 5 different title ideas that usually take the title idea I already had and tweak it just a little bit better. And so I've been using it for the admin part of YouTube videos. I've been using it for my descriptions, and I've been using it for help with my titles. When people aren't stopping to look at my videos, I've been asking it to look at the video and the description and the title, and it has told me why it thought or computed I wasn't getting the views that I wanted. And so I've been making little tweaks here and there. I also tried it for thumbnails, and I will say I did not like it for thumbnails that used my face at all. The layouts were good, better than what I could do on my own, cleaner, crisper, brighter. But when it came to my face, it could not leave my face alone. It always had to enhance my face. It had to like move my eyes in a different direction, you know, which is fine if it still looked like me. but it didn't look like me anymore. It was idealizing in its mind my skin tone and my teeth and my eyes, and what I ended up with was somebody with deeper lines and no expression and giant teeth. And so I stopped using it for thumbnails because it was so frustrating, and I wasted so much time telling it leave my face alone. But it could not leave my natural face alone. And that was like probably the only glitch that I've had with it. Sometimes it does glitch. It's an app, it's not a human. And I'll ask it a question and it'll answer the question I asked 3 questions ago. It'll sometimes it skips and it goes back. But other than those 2 problems, I haven't had any issues with it at all. I started out with the free version. I upgraded to the paid version, which I think is $19 a month. And that one I upgraded because I'm sending it a lot of images. The way that I find I communicate with it best is by sending it a screenshot or a picture of what I'm looking at rather than describing it. It's just faster. And to me, it's well worth the $20 a month for the increased productivity that I've gotten. Plus, I've been using it for entertainment. Like I said, I've been using it for my makeup and my clothing. It's helped me develop a capsule wardrobe for upcoming travel. And I'm having a lot of fun with it that you wouldn't expect it to do. So I'm wondering, drop in the comments below what you're using it for, if at all. Have you heard of ChatGPT? I mean, I think everybody's heard of it, but when I go out to dinner with friends and family, I'm surprised at how many people haven't used it or are afraid of it. So if you're afraid of it, tell me why. And if you're using it, tell me what your favorite thing is. I finally got one of my girlfriends to use it for the first time this last week. And I saw her for a quick happy hour earlier in the week. And she said, oh my goodness, I used it to write a letter to my neighborhood watch. That would have taken me a week to figure out how to word it and make it sound professional. She said it did it instantly, and that's the beauty of it. Whatever you ask it to do, like you'll type it in your phone. I'm always on my phone, so it's my phone is the app that I use, and I'll ask it a question, and it'll be a pretty involved question. Where if you asked me that question, I'd need a minute. It doesn't need a minute. There's no scrolling. It doesn't buffer. It just there's your answer, and it's a long, complicated, nearly perfect answer. If you don't like what it provides you, you can tell it that you don't like it and why, and it'll do it again. And it'll keep doing it again and again. Its feelings don't get hurt. And it'll just keep tweaking it and refining it until you get exactly what you want. And so I highly recommend it. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. And please tell me what you're using it for, because I want to know what else it can do. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.